So the goal of this energizer is to express our wish, our collective wish. And the rules are simple. I'm gonna start off by saying I wish, and then the person who I call out will repeat what I said and add another word. For example, I say I wish, and then Marta, you would add.
I would add, I wish that we will have
one word.
one word only.
Yes.
Okay. I wish happiness.
Okay, and then when I call out someone else, they would say, I wish happiness too, and then so on and so on.
Okay.
So the goal is to have a sentence that expresses our collective wish. And could someone who knows whether people speak English or Russian call out the names, because I don't. Maybe Marta or Nilufar, I don't know.
What do you mean, Stefan? So
because people who speak English, they should start the English sentence. So I need someone to call out their names. I don't know who speaks English. Yeah.
Okay, so we can do two sentences then.
Yes, Russian and English.
Okay. Perfect. Nilüfer, she's translating it already. Okay, so we can start with the English one then we can start with the Russian. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, Stefan. You go ahead.
I wish, and then Marta. Go on.
I wish happy place.
And then Itana.
I wish happiness to everyone.
And then Luan.
I wish happiness to everyone who is in the training.
Rosetta.
I wish happiness to everyone who is in the training and also others who are not in the training. So
and then maybe Salome could go.
I wish happiness to everyone and to add something as well.
Yes.
Yeah. I wish happiness to everyone and especially all Salomes in the world. I don't know.
And maybe other Salome could add something.
Okay, I have to try for from the beginning. Yes, I wish happiness to everyone who are on the training. And all the Salomes.
Everyone else in the world and all the Salomes.
Everyone else in the world and all Salomes and all the people who love sunny weather.
And I wish happiness to everyone who's on this training and everyone who's not on this training and every Salome and every, what did you say?
Everyone who loves sunny weather.
Everyone who loves
it was only
sunny
one
weather.
word, but...
And I hope you like this energizer.
Thank you. Are we trying with the Russian language now?
Yeah, I'm gonna one second. Окей, начинайте. Кто начинает? Нилюфар начинает. Окей, Эка, давайте. Начинаем.
Значит, я повторяю то же самое на русском языке, да?
Но вы можете заново начинать. Все,
я желаю, и я должна сказать слово тоже, да, третье слово?
Если хотите, да. Можете добавить.
Ага. Я желаю мира.
Да, у меня память не очень, поэтому я желаю мира и классного дня.
Светлана, давайте, продолжайте. Я желаю мира, классного дня и Афлатуна во всех странах мира.
Можно я продолжу?
Лела.
Я желаю мира, классного дня, Афлатуна во всем мире, и я добавлю добра.
Я желаю мира, классного дня, Афлатуна во всем мире, добра и много любви.
Thank you. It was very creative that we need to think and think about our imagination and everything. So thank you for the creative start of the new day. So before we will start today's topic, I would like to ask you, what do you remember from yesterday? What kind of topics that come to your mind when you are thinking about yesterday?
So as from the whole day was very interesting and helpful for me, and I remember Energizer. It was yesterday, right and left. Marta, you made, and it was very interesting. And also, I like the how to say the task about the timetable of from the gender equality topic. So it was very interesting, and it was not only a task, it was something very more than task, and more gave us more information. Yeah, it was what I remember. It was the first that came to me.
Okay, thank you, Salmo.
We'll see.
What else do you have in your mind? What kind of elements or parts of the manual, or which part of the manual we were talking about? Salome, please.
I remember for me as well, very interesting was about the gender equality, but I will not repeat it. Also, I remember the good thing about the CV and motivation letter, which was done by the Luan. And it was quite interesting for me, especially these quizzes, some kind of quizzes that we have done on this topic.
Okay, thank you. Itana?
Yes, it's for Rosetta actually.
Rosetta, okay.
Well, it's almost the same. Actually, it was very useful, the whole training. And I really liked the integration of the interactive methods, the group work, discussions, quiz, and so on. I really liked also the section on CVs, motivation letters, and interviews, the discussions we had as groups, because actually, even though we have a long experience, there is always space for improvement. So you reflect and then see what really helps youngsters. Of course, gender, everything, all the sections were really helpful, and also the other Energizer. So thank you all.
Thank you, thank you. Natasha?
Да, очень интересная, классная и актуальная для нас, для молодых, тема трудоустройства. И вот реально, как подать себя так, чтобы тебя взяли на работу, даже если у тебя нет опыта. Даже этот CV, как построить правильно, как написать, чтобы обратили на тебя внимание. Это очень интересно и актуально.
So it was a very relevant topic for her. Because it's always interesting to learn how to develop your skills for employability, especially for the youth who don't really have much experience in it. And it also helped to sort of create a CV from scratch, and that's very, very relevant for the youth as well. So the whole topic, yesterday's topic, was very, very useful and helpful.
Okay, thank you. We've got information on the chat. Nulifar,
yes,
can you?
Sure. Yeah. That's another Natalia. She says that she remembers the motivational letter and CV, and all the assignments were very interesting and very helpful.
Okay, so great. So maybe for today, I wanted to ask you what kind of emoticon you can use when you are thinking about our third day. Can you use some kind of emoticon on the screen to share your emotions connected with the last day? Can you search for some? Oh, there is a heart. I can see laugh even. Some hearts, laugh. Okay, bravo. Yeah. Oh, yeah, some blue sign which push us somewhere in the direction I can see. Yes. Okay, a lot of laugh and a lot of hearts. Okay, to go forward. Yes. Okay. Yes, we can see. Oh, even the books we have. Even the books. Okay. It's connected with the of course manual. Great, thanks a lot for all these emos that we can see today. there is a day with book number 3. After completing the social and financial education curriculum, our participants have made the choice, and this is very important topic from themselves. So they will do the choice, and should they learn more about employability or start working towards a career goal, or am I interested in trying to start my own small enterprise? Yesterday we were talking about employability more. The goal of the entrepreneurship manual in the Aflatun curricula is to guide participants through the process of starting their own business, from the idea creation and but. So as I said, they will go through all this process from the beginning, from starting their own idea of the business and creation of the budget, marketing and fundraising even. Participants will gain the skills and knowledge and confidence to put their business idea into the action. So can we have translation now? Yes, of course. Okay, on the chat, I will give you the link to our platform. And now I would like you to go to the day number 3 using our Aflatun platform. And in day number 3, in assignment, you will find the book. The book is here in the assignment. And you will see the book here. In a next 20 minutes, you will work together in the groups. Each group will have the assigned topic session. Please go there, try to read it, and then prepare a small presentation about the topics assigned to your group. Please go to the day number 3, go to the book, and I will send you the message to all the groups with the titles of the sessions. When you will be in a group 1, understanding yourself, number 2, adding value, number 3, understanding your customer, number 4, marketing and value proposition. So yes, I can see that you are there. Okay, so you will join to your group, and you will have 20 minutes to do that. Okay?
Marta, I have created 4 groups. The room number 4 is for the Russian-speaking group, and is the largest one. But let me see if we have any mistakes done so far. But yeah, the group number 4 is Russian-speaking.
Okay, great. So I will send you the information for every group. What kind of session do you have? Okay.
Okay. Should I open?
Yes, please. Welcome, welcome from your groups. Yeah, we are here, 23 participants now. Okay, thank you very much. So I would like to ask you to present the idea that you've got in your group about the sessions that you were assigned to. Which group would like to start? Group 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Марта, мы готовы отстреляться. Да, мы рассматривали, сессию по маркетингу. Сейчас. Ой, я что-то вперед убежала. Сейчас, секундочку. Мы готовы, маркетинг и ценностное предложение.
Okay, thank you. So the group number 4, marketing and value proposition and business finance basics.
Да, тогда могу, начать. Да, хотела поблагодарить наша группа очень активно обсуждала эту сессию, и мы пробежались по содержанию, и сейчас готовы, резюмировать или обобщить итоги нашего обсуждения. Но мы согласны с тем, что свою сессию мы должны начать с того, чтобы объяснить, что является целью данной сессии, что и каковы результаты, что по завершению данной сессии студенты, группа должны самостоятельно, то есть у них должны быть отработаны навыки по проведению самостоятельного исследования, да, и то есть они могут работать над отдельным бизнес-профилем, чтобы подготовить маркетинговое предложение по рекламе, по продвижению, активно использовать при этом, как это правильно сказать, формулу 5P, да, то есть это продукт, продвижение, продукт, продвижение, место, цена, да. Вот эти 5P модель можно использовать. Что касается методов, то в качестве методов были перечислены мозговой штурм, проведение групповой работы, самостоятельная работа. И для работы в группах было предложено использовать совместную работу там нескольких человек, чтобы там более 2 человек, когда эта работа будет проходить интересно и живо. О том, что какие могут возникнуть препятствия при разработке данной сессии, то это технически не столь большое внимание этому стоит уделять, а препятствие может возникнуть, которое зависит от уровня подготовки тренера, от динамики и подготовки самой группы, с которой мы работаем. Потом все будет зависеть, может зависеть это от региона, да, от какой сферы, где будет проводиться маркетинговое исследование, конкретно какой продукт. Отдельное внимание еще также нужно уделить тайм-менеджменту, да, по времени. Вот так. И вот, собственно, все, если коротко. Если коротко, то это так. Спасибо всем большое. И при обсуждении мы в группе понимали, что это где-то это уже сессии такие проводились, ну, отдельно, да, и есть определенный опыт, и также коллеги подчеркнули, что очень хорошая инструкция по проведению данной сессии. Спасибо большое.
Okay. I'll start. So their topic was on marketing value proposition. So their group was a very active one. They had a very active discussion. So a short summary of what they talked about would be, they agree that it should start with the objectives and outcomes, because by the end of the session, students should be able to acquire the skills to conduct their own research. Also, they need to learn how to work on a business profile, use some promotional tools, also use a tool of 5P, like product, place, price, promotion, people. For the methods part, they mentioned the method of brainstorming, the method of associations. I think they also mentioned vote with feet, and also a lot of individual and group work. Also, they mentioned that for certain activities there that were mentioned to be in individual work, they would much rather prefer to make it a group work, because it would be easier and would bring a lot more insights from more people. As for obstacles, they said that nevertheless there could be some technical issues, but more importance would be put onto the level of preparedness of the trainer, respectively. So if the trainer is ready, is well prepared and knows his audience well, then it should be fine. Also, some challenges might emerge from the dynamic of the audience, of the students. It also is highly dependent on the region where the training is held. Also depends on the a sphere of research, and some problems might emerge also because of time management. So that also needs to be thought through. And they shortly discussed that some members in the group had already implemented similar programs in their countries, and they reassured that the AFLA Youth program structure was very good, prepared, and very well structured. Yes.
Thank you, Jamila. Thank you, Nilufar, for the presentation. Okay, so another group would like to present their session. Bushra.
Right. First of all, if I would say wrong something, sorry by my English. Our session was to solving problems and spotting opportunities. We wrote all session, and after we talk about what are outcomes, what are objectives. Our sessions objectives are, after our sessions, students will be able to know that what is the needed for effective problem solving, know the skills involved in spotting opportunities, and be able to try solving a problem and or spotting an opportunity related to their enterprise idea. You can use that methodologies, problem solving puzzles. And if we would implement this session, we can see that challenges. Maybe the students don't know knowledge about these problems, and the students don't find any solution for these problems. We can see that.
Bushra, which session is this again?
Second session was to problem solving and opportunities for.
Perfect. The other group is asking. Please go ahead.
Okay.
That's it. That's it.
Okay. Thank you very much for the presentation. The third group who would like to present?
Okay, I can present.
Ardita, thank you.
Yes. Our session is about understanding your customers and the market. The session is about learning more about our possible customers and to know more about them. What are their needs? What are their problems, and how we can help them? So it's our target. What is our target? And also we want to know the market that we want to operate. The objectives are to describe the key characteristics of their most important customers, to recognize the differences between customer demographics, to describe what benefit customers are looking for, and prepare to get out there to test assumptions by interviewing potential customers. Some of them, the method that is used in this session is brainstorming. So they will ask the students or kids or whoever they are to give their ideas of what customer means to them. And what are the challenges? The challenges are the level of knowledge and the experience of participants, because you have to know on what level they are in order to know what you have to teach them. The level of knowledge of the facilitators also, because it depends on of their background, whether they are from the economic background or education or something else. The statistics or data that we can find related to customers or the market in general. As rural and urban depends from where the students come from, rural or urban areas. Type of business selected, because the research might depend and might not be the same for for every business. The economic level of the country or the community. The economic environment offered in the country, what are the facilities and policies that the country offer, and age of the participants. The challenge is if the group that you have to teach will be a mixed group. because you have to know it might be different for young people and for older people. And also the knowledge of participants on regarding the research methods. The challenge is the knowledge of participants to make the research, to use the research methods. So this is in shortly.
Thank you, Ardita. Last but not least, the group number.
I could present.
Okay, thank you.
I could present. Okay, thank you. The session was about there is an echo, right? I don't know if it's clear when I speak, but there is an echo.
Yes,
okay.
Now it's okay.
The session was about understanding yourself as an entrepreneur, and the objectives were get to know each other and formulate and share their entrepreneurial dreams, identify the skills that make for a successful entrepreneur, and describe the challenges of being an entrepreneur. And the outcome was to recognize the skills needed as an entrepreneur and to examine how your own skills and personality align. The actual learning methods that were used in the session were like icebreakers, communication in pairs, team negotiation, profile building, and vote with your feet. And the challenges to our context is knowing the participants and tailor-making the curricula according to their background, level of education. At least in our case, that we are implementing this entrepreneurship training with our target group. They are from marginalized groups and vulnerable community. So you have to explain it in the way that they can understand, according to their literacy and education and also background and knowledge in regards to business related topics, to make them feel confident and interactive in the session. That was in general the discussion. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the whole of all this presentation. So as you could see during this exercise, the entrepreneurship participants began in this book with the business concepts sharing and brainstorming to help clarify not only their business idea, but also the passions and motivations for starting a new small enterprise. Moving forward, either individually or in a small group, participants will begin to map out their own business models by discovering their customer base, as you said, target groups, target market size, competition. And understanding this information is a critical part of setting up a new business successfully. So what participants learn from these sessions, it will help them to shape details of their own new enterprise to ensure that they are engaging in business activities, that they enjoy the process, but are also needed by local customers and have a place in the local market. Participants will then be guided through developing effective ways of shaping their message. This fun and engaging part of Aflatun Youth is combined with several practical components, such as you said, learning how to set a budget and calculate costs effectively, registering and remaining within legal regulations, and where and how to find initial funding. The capstone of this entrepreneurship track is adding participants into the business pitch and at the end of the program. The role of the facilitator is incredibly important, as you can see through the whole material. So most likely participants will be devised in terms of priority business that they are like having in their mind. And they may concept go beyond the surface. So, however, with this manual and many local examples as successful enterprise, the facilitator can allow for defense and modify the curriculum to work for the group of participants. It is highly recommended for all the facilitators and organization to look for professionals from the community to act as a mentor. So it's a very huge role from organization to do that. Some kind of coaches maybe, or people that they are in the city or in the local community, to bring them as a guests, speakers during this process. This challenging component is also that makes the curriculum more practical, as you can see. The ultimate goal is for participants to complete it with a concrete business model, very concrete and practical pitch you will have with Luan, and knowledge of where to find resources and confidence to take the big step towards becoming a business owner. So you can see that each of the session has as it follows the same points as overall outcomes, like session objectives, like you have materials, some methodology, time that you need, some keywords, and information for the facilitators. So each session is created in this type of way. So Aflatun, as you know, believe by learning by doing. So we will be taking you through some of these activities to present the AFLA Youth curriculum more. So we will put you into the groups, in the breakout rooms, but you will be divided in a very small groups of pairs. And I will ask you to take 5 minutes to read the entrepreneurship story that you've got in a day number 4, overview of the book number 3, and the exercises over here. Successful entrepreneurship story is in English and in Russian too. And please try to read it and then take some 10 minutes maybe to discuss a successful entrepreneurship stories from your country. What kind of success people you can imagine that they are working very closely. You can see that they have a very great business. And then go down and try in pairs, conduct a short brainstorm on what entrepreneurship is, what kind of idea, what kind of words you assign to this word entrepreneurship. You will see the exercise over there too. Here, this is the spider exercise. So just to summarize, please go to this day number 4, try to search exercise, which is called Successful Entrepreneurship Story. Read it, please, and then try to discuss about entrepreneurship stories from your communities, from your country, and then try to brainstorm together and create the spider. What kind of words you can have during when you are thinking about entrepreneurship. Okay, is it clear, or do you have any questions?
What I cannot find the successful story.
To this, you cannot find. Okay, so are you here in the day number 4?
Yes.
And overview of the book number 3?
Yes.
And here you will have success.
Maybe
It's
we have
not
to
in
make
the
it
document.
visible. Maybe
It's
Let
not
me check
visible.
it. Let me check.
Okay, because
Cannot click on it.
Okay.
it won't be in the document. Only it.
I got
can
it.
see.
1 sec. I got it. I'm gonna make it visible. You'll have access. 1 second.
Okay, it won't be in a Word document. It will be just write it down on the platform. This this story, and I will show
I
you.
was searching for a Word document, and that's why.
No. It's
okay. I know.
it is no. It's not Word document. It's only okay. You can see here. It's over there.
Thank you. Yes.
Overview number 3. The history you can see here. Oh, this is the history, and then the spider. This is the Word document. Okay. Do you have more questions? If not, Luan will create a group of pairs. Now, are you ready, Luan?
Yes, I will open the rooms.
Okay, because we don't have enough time to present all the spiders, I wanted just to ask 2 groups to present your, for example, idea of the spider and your reflection about the history of the entrepreneur that you've read and about the entrepreneur that you know in your communities. So please, we would like to have 2 groups to present. Who would like to start? Itana Rosetta?
Yes.
Stefan, okay.
Okay.
Is it okay if I do it with the camera?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So for entrepreneurship, for the word spider,
I can share my screen, Stefan.
yeah, Bushra can share the screen. So it takes a lot of hard work. You have to put a lot of time in it. It takes passion, patience, dedication, and it also takes support from your community. You have to have a good team to be a good entrepreneur. And of course, you need financial skills and creativity. So maybe Bushra wants to share the story about a Turkish company and their entrepreneurship.
Yeah, I can share. I talked about in Turkey. Maybe did you hear Getir? It's named Getir, and I think it's most successful entrepreneurship in Turkey because when we were in pandemic during, they used in. You can use your application in your phone, and they can say something from marketplace, water and something, and they can. I forgot the words. Bring that's needed for you.
They bring it to you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Deliver it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and now they're working in England and here, for example, Netherlands and America, probably, as I know.
Oh, very interesting company. So this is the very nice, I don't know, effect of pandemic.
Yeah, it's successful because they could see the opportunity in the crisis room.
Yeah.
in the crisis situation.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Thank you, Bushra. Thank you, Stefan, for the presentation. Natasha is the second person that raised her hand. So please, you can try to share with us your story. And Spider, of course.
Так, речь обо мне. Да, мы не успели написать, так как я очень старый человек с тетрадками хожу, поэтому я прочитаю отсюда. Для нас предпринимательство – это ответственность в первую очередь, потом речь идет о бизнесе, возможности, риски, прибыли, трудоустройство других людей, ресурсы, дисциплина, узнание рынка, маркетинг, конечно, и результаты.
Okay.
So for them, their spider web looked like, so entrepreneurship for them is responsibility, business, opportunities, risks, profits, consumer needs, resources, discipline, market research, and of course, results.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. And a story, do you have any successful story from your community that you've heard during this exercise in a group?
Наташа, поделитесь примером со своего комьюнити, со своего сообщества, о котором вы говорили в Молдове?
Да, мне было легко, потому что у нас своя история. Я говорила насчет того, что 4 года назад наш сын хотел изучить робототехнику и программирование. У нас в городе была только одна школа, которая очень тяжело дошла до нас. Как-то мы оставили заявку, они через пару месяцев только решили нам позвонить. В это время мой муж решил узнать через своих знакомых, и так получилось, что он открыл свою школу робототехники и программирования у нас в городе. И уже 4 года, как его предпринимательство, слава богу, идет в горы.
Классно. This is a great story, actually. So basically, they realized that there is a need because it was a very personal situation. Their son wanted to go to lessons of robotics and programming, and they could only find one school in their region, and the school wasn't very good with the customer service because they applied for it and they only got back to them in several months. And Natasha's husband started to do a research on it, and eventually they opened their own school of robotics and programming, and it's been working for 4 years now.
Wow, congratulations. Congratulations.
Нам легко, как родители, именно объяснить, почему это надо для ребенка. То есть мы не только как предприниматели, но как родители можем сказать.
She says it's easier also for them as parents, not only as entrepreneurs, because they are creating this need for their children. Yeah.
Yes. Great. So this is the great idea, which shows there was a need, and the business is the answer of the need. So this is a great idea that you share that with us. Okay, so we will maybe ask, because we've got 3 hands on the board. So Itena Rosetta, you wanted to add something or to present something?
So we thought of presenting, but if there is no time, we understand that.
Oh, you can share. If you want to share the idea of business, we are very interested, because as Natasha showed us, and of course Bushra too, there are great examples of it. Right.
Yes, there is a very inspiring story in Albania as well. I guess it's called Balfin Group, but the person is called Sazan Mane. So he's well known with his businesses in the region, in the whole Southeastern Europe, let's say. He started with €1 going in his 20s in Germany and trying to sell TVs. So he brought TV apparatus in Albania because there was a need at that time, and he could find them, sell them with just €20 difference price. So the benefit was €20. And then he started to increase and collect so many money until he opened his first shopping center, and now he has shopping centers everywhere and also construction companies. So he's one of the most successful businessmen in the region. So that was the example that came in our mind when we read the story.
It's really famous now.
Yeah, okay. Very, very interesting. Very, very. Jamila, do you have a question or you wanted to present?
Да, я хотела просто рассказать о том, как у нас было обсуждение. Мы работали со Светланой, и Светлана мне поручила, как начинающему исследователю, доложить как бы итоги нашего обсуждения. Но я не знаю, у меня нет возможности рассказать вот успешную историю. Не могу я сейчас. Я только могла добавить, что мы заполнили эту диаграмму, каждый у себя, да, и мы отметили, что очень много качеств, которыми обладал этот Стивен, чтобы успешно организовать этот бизнес свой, и чтобы он стал успешным, и что у него очень много положительных качеств, которые вот и Наташа ранее перечислила, да, и что очень важное, что и социальная миссия, и способности, качества, которыми обладал Стивен, позволили, чтобы его бизнес стал успешным. И также мы отметили, что здесь успешно была реализована модель 5P. Ну вот, собственно, все, если коротко.
So basically, she said they discussed the story given on the platform, and they discussed the skills that this guy Stephen has in order to reach success in his business. And she says that he possesses a skill set that was necessary to become successful in his mission. And the fact that his business contained a social aspect in it was also a part why it became successful, they think. And this example was also a great way to demonstrate the implementation of 5P method.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for all these stories. And I wanted just before the break, I wanted just to share with you one element that we've got on the in our manual, Aflatun manual, the book number 3. You can see that what is, I will share you on the screen. Oh. I don't know. I'm just sharing, not that.
Saida, could you enable the interpretation, please?
I will share the screen with you. One very important element that we've got, because mainly this this manual is connected with group work, and you will see on Luan's part why it's mainly it's a group work. But what is very important during all this process that they are working in the group, to make this portfolio takeaway notes. You can ask every participant to answer that question, and every question that they answer, they can put on this portfolio. So if, for example, we want to work mostly on the business, we can ask them, how did you find your passion? What does passion mean to you? What type of business do you know? What are your strengths? What does success mean to you? This is a type of coaching questions that you can share in a group, but they need to answer that questions individually. So this is the way that we found to use this manual as a coaching a way to work with this with our participants. Okay, so we will go for the break, a small break. I will ask Luan, how much time do we need?
About 10-12 minutes. Sorry for that, but we have a lot to do. And we have already started with very interesting ideas and presentations so far. So we will continue with that. It will be a group work. And within the group work, you will have, again, the chance to have a tea and coffee, because it will take longer. So yeah, maybe 10-12 minutes, and then we will see you again here in the
So I will share with you the 12-minute clock.
I have it already prepared.
Okay, thank you. So have a nice break.
We will continue with the book number 3, and we have some very exciting activity to conduct for this part. So it is about creating and pitching the business plan. So I have, before we start, I have a very short, like a presentation to make for you in order to get the idea in general about what we are going to work and some tips how we should do that. But as well, when you will start working in this activity, you will have also the chance to see and to find a lot of materials that will guide you to achieve the task that is given to you. And today it's going to be only one group work for this part of the day, and you will have like 40 minutes for this activity because it's like a long-lasting one. But before that, let me share the screen and some information with you as well. So as I mentioned, you will work in the groups. We will have 4 groups, and within the groups you will have to create your own business. So this is an exercise for sure, but you will be the same thing as young person will do after completing the After Youth program. So at the end of the day, the people or the participants who are following the entrepreneurship track, they will have to come with a business plan and business idea. And the very interesting thing here that is like, at the end, we will also create, and after we created the business plan, we will be focusing on pitching our plan. So to present our plan in very short steps. The first step is to come up with a business idea that is relevant for you now as a group. And then after you complete the task that are given in the platform, you will have like a 5 minutes to deliver and to present your idea. You can find a lot of tips how to deliver an effective pitch in the platform, but also together now I'm going to share you some elements. So in general, when you are creating a business proposal, or you are creating a business plan, for example, you need to follow some criteria in order to make sure that you are on the right track. We have one example here. This is taken from the book Aflaton, book number 3. So enterprise, for example, for raising the chickens. And then you have some questions in order to make you like more competent and to make sure that if your idea is going to meet all the requirements that are needed. So for everything that I'm sharing and I'm telling you, there will be like guidelines how to achieve that. And in general, when you will be creating your business plan, you will have to keep in mind some elements of this plan. So you will need to focus on those 6 parts. There is like an introduction. What are the objectives of your business plan? Who are the people? Do you have any marketing strategy? And finance. Of course, nothing can be done without finance. So you need to have a part as well for the finance and production. And all those steps that I'm mentioning here, they will be given to you again within the group. So you will have all the tasks in front of you. Now it's like a just presentation. What are the steps that we should do? At the end, after you came as a group with a business plan and what you want to do, the idea of this session is to present your plan. And there is a session in the Aflaton manual, book number 3, called pitching. It is the last session. And the idea is in very few words to present your work. And what are some of the tricks? If you see this statement, it says that if I am to speak for 10 minutes, I need a week of preparation. In 15 minutes, 3-day preparation. In half an hour, 2-day preparation. And if you give me an hour to present something, I'm ready now. So the the idea behind this is that we need a lot of preparation when we need to present something in very short time. And the curriculum of the Aflaton is empowering the children who are following the track, for example, for entrepreneurship, to be empowered with information and everything. And maybe they will have very good ideas at the end for the business plan or different business ideas to share with others. But at the end, it's everything about the sharing, how you will present your idea. And in order to do that, there are a lot of tips that you can find in the Afla Youth book, number 3, in order to have a very good presentation. So at the end of this session regarding the pitching, participants will be able to present their business plan with initial financial needs and marketing strategy, but also they will be able to receive and to give feedback in very constructive manner. So how to do that in constructive way, not to be like a competition. Also, they will understand how to make the necessary adjustment for the other pitches or their business plan in the future. And in fact, they can put in the motion everything that have learned from the program in general. The goal is to prepare and help participants to make a pitch for their business idea at the end of this lesson, and to encourage them to ask questions, to help them how to do it in the way that it will be most appropriate. Again, pitching is not a science, but it has a lot of elements that can help you in order to make a very successful pitch. So when you want to present something, maybe it's good to have those ideas, those suggestions in mind. So one of the suggestion is to structure your pitch in one sentence each. Within this pitch, to introduce yourself, to say something about your background, to title your idea, to get the attention, and especially in terms of knowing your audience. So in advance, to research about your audience, and then to prepare for that audience. It is usually suggested that the pitch should be like starting catchy, to have something very interesting with some story, with some pictures, with some rhetorical question, or maybe some example. Sometimes it's good to have a picturing your idea. So how to do that in very illustrative manner. To use picture language. And you can do a lot of examples as well, and cooperation between different examples to describe the problem that you want to solve. This is maybe the key. So what is the problem and how you are planning to solve that problem? Again, all those tips you have in the platform. So I'm just now going through all of them in order to make you more comfortable when you are preparing your pitch. Describe your solution. What are you gonna do at the end of the day? What is your solution? The suggestion again is your pitching should be unique. Also to address, in order to make your presenters more comfortable, you need to say what are your needs, how you can motivate your team, what is your potential team. The other suggestion here is not to go in not necessary details, so not to explain a lot of details, but just to have the idea for your business plan. So there is one word keep it simple, KISS. So it has the pitching, it has to be very simple. The participants, when you are doing the pitching, need to have in mind your appearance. And again, at the end of the day, the idea is to be very confident, maybe to have a little bit fun, to show passion and integrity. So if the one who is listening to you is having these elements and seeing those elements to you if you are confident, you are having the fun, you are showing the passion, integrity, but also you know what you want to solve. You have the problem and you are providing the solution, then probably they can go further with you. This is in general that every pitch should have like 3 elements. The first part is like an opening, the second is the middle, and the close. What in the opening? The idea is to make people like wow when they are seeing you. How to grab your attention? What is the problem? Why you need to solve this problem? So then they make you like they want to work with you. You can be the same, but again, same not being the same. This is a tricky question, but again, you can, as I mentioned before, you can tell some stories. You can tell what happened in the concrete situation, as with the examples that you shared with Marta in the previous workshop. So you can give some examples. You can do also the similarity or analogy to tell what you can do again in order to clarify, or you can use metaphor. In the middle, sometimes it's good to give at least the answer of some of those questions. What is your product? What is your target group? How your product will impact to the target group, and how your product will maybe solve the problem of this target group. Who is behind this organization or this business plan? What are the competition doing? Are there similar organizations who are doing the same thing, and what makes you very special and different? What is the unique of your product, and why, for example, they need to choose you? And again, when you are closing your pitch, it's always good to have something in mind like this. This is a suggestion to ask for what you want. You can do some reference, appointment, maybe like to share the business card, or maybe to address some help. And this is like a suggested Columbo close. It has this 2-word sentence like a suggestion, like I have just one question at the end, or I would like to leave you with a thought for something. So this is the general idea, what and how you can pitch your business. Again, I'm going back to the first slide, and just to give the instruction about the next activity. So we are going to be divided in 4 groups. You will create first a business plan, the business idea, and then to go through the tasks that you will be assigned that are in the platform. And step by step, you will develop your business idea. But now you are not going to present in very much detail your business idea. At the end of this session, you will have 5 minutes to present very shortly and to keep eye of key elements of that idea. You can find some tips regarding how to create a business plan in book 3, page 76. And in the same book, the session regarding cold pitching is on page 85. So the book number 3 you already downloaded from the platform. You can find those materials there, and a lot of tips and tips how to deliver and how to create a good business plan. I was sharing the screen, but no, there is not hands raised. So there are 4 groups that you should go, each of you to those groups to see the instruction there, but also you can find the instruction in the platform. In the platform, you will have to go to the day number 4, and this is the part where you can find the tasks. So you have several tasks to complete, but because we don't have a lot of time, we will have maybe 30 to 40 minutes. You just have this task as a guidance, just to see if you are having everything planned or everything delivered. For example, if we go to the task number 1, you have about the customer group worksheet profile. So just see what are the elements for every task that is given there, and try to create your business plan, your business idea. And that business plan should be presented at the end of this session in several minutes. Is it clear? You understand what you have to do? Me and Marta will be with you in the breakout room. So anytime if you have any question. For now, let's count that we have about 30 minutes for this activity. So that is the time that you have. This is a long-lasting activity. You will find in the book number 3. It is like a 140 minutes activity. So it's not but we are not just getting the idea, what are the steps and what is very important to keep in mind when we are creating a business plan. And remember, the young people, when they will finish the AFLA Youth Curriculum and they are oriented to the entrepreneurship plan or track, they will have to finish with business plan. So they will have to go at the end with the business plan. Okay, can we create the groups if you don't have any questions? Okay, one group is Russian speaking group, I think group number 4, and we will be together with you to help you. But yeah, just decide who will present at the end of this session, one of you. So discuss about the steps, see all the steps, and then we will be back.
Welcome back. I know that most of you have already completed your presentation, your pitch, and thank you for that. I know that Maka would like to first present their idea, especially because Maka, you had also some question in the parking zone yesterday, so I will answer at the end of this session, but not to interrupt and not to lose more time because we don't have a lot of time till the end. Let's continue with you, and keep in mind that you will have only 5 minutes maximum. So if you finish earlier, it will be better, but the time is 5 minutes. And you're going to speak in English?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, great.
Okay. Okay.
So the floor is yours.
I told you that I want to be first. Okay, I will try. Our business idea is establishing translation bureau. The bureau will provide the translation in different languages. Basic languages will be English, Russian, German, French. Those are most demanded, but also Chinese, Arabic, and so on. We will establish an office where people can come and receive this kind of service on the spot. We also will provide our service online, so they can send us their documents online and we receive them online as well. But also if they need a hard copies, we can deliver it via post office as well. Our target group are people 18, mostly 18 and above, and we are focused mostly on students, on NGOs, students, because they very frequently need to translate resumes for their work, for the whole work, NGOs because they need to have translation of their projects in English or other languages, but mostly in English. And also the families of immigrants, members of immigrants who want to go abroad as well and need translation of different documents. Added value of our business will be that it's not an innovative idea, but actually there is no space in our town that offers such a service. From my experience, I do sometimes translation when I have time, and actually also teachers do this when they have time, and when people try to find someone to translation, to translate, to receive to have their documents translated, they have to ask to wait till these people will find time to serve them. So this will be a space where people can come, and they will definitely know they will get this service professionally. As for competitors, on the spot there is no competitors, just several different people do it, but there is no such an office. We see competitors in terms of online services, because people can apply such a bureaus in capital where there are lots of choices, but we try to compete them with prices adjusted to the region. Also, we realize social responsibilities that every business man or woman have to has while doing his or her business. So we will do actions once a month, and serve people, social vulnerable people, in a half price or for free, and we will do such services. And also there was an idea of one of our group members that we will conduct meetings at schools to encourage people to learn more languages, because it's important, and even they can be hired in such offices. What we need, human resources. We also have human resources who are ready to work and to provide such a service for our customers. I mean, specialists of different languages. As for technical equipments, we can do it from home, maybe you think, but it's necessary to establish office, because it's important. As I mentioned, people know that there is a space where they can apply, then they needn't to go from door to door to find someone who will such a service for them. So we need office and technical equipment like computers, personal laptops for translators, and also for providing hard copies. We need printers and scanners maybe as well for sending the document online, translated ones. Maybe they need to sign and send somewhere. We also can provide such a service.
Micah, your time is up, so I will be strict regarding the time, because whenever in a real life you will have like a short time to present something, to do your pitch, they will like stick to the time. So we are just doing the exercise now, but the feedback is very important as well. So now I will cut you in terms of giving you again feedback, constructive feedback as well. So anyone from group, if you have any questions for this business idea that they have, but yeah, you can also ask maybe one question only. If not, I can also give like a short feedback regarding to this idea. And this is not directed to your business plan, but how you in the future should give big feedback to your student. So the idea when you are pitching something is to have something very specific, concrete, and in several senses to explain. And one of the tips there was not to go in very detailed, because, for example, if you go to the potential businessman who will support you, for example, to your idea, they won't be very interested in the details about the idea. But I like it very much that your idea even less, it's not even so it's not very maybe innovative. You have find it that is very relevant to you because you don't have a lot of translation in your place when you live. And again, this is very pretty much related to the curriculum, but because the curriculum is promoting that. It's not necessary always to be innovative. Sometimes there are some ideas or some opportunities that are not in the local moment. They are not active. So that is very good to hear that you are missing that and you are engaging in order to fill that gap that there is in your local content. As if I understand well, this is something very concrete that you already done, or it is have been done in your country as well.
I'm trying.
Yeah, okay.
I'm trying to start it, and the group members like the idea, and that's why we, as I have it prepared and somehow thought about that, we didn't started to think about new one and introduce that idea.
Thank you, Maka. Okay, let's go. Continue with the group number. Which group? Do we have a volunteer?
We go? Yes, Saloma.
Stefan, yes, for sure. You
Yes.
and Saloma, you were together, huh?
Yes.
Me,
Okay,
Stefan, Natalia, and Xenilia, we were working together. So we prepared very short, small, beautiful presentation for you.
So the time is running. The time is
Okay,
yours.
so I think Stefan would like to
Yeah, I can
present
present
everything
it.
shortly, and then we can add something if
Yes. So we
Okay.
would provide a service called On Your Doorstep. Oh, I can turn on my camera. We'll provide a service called On Your Doorstep, and it would be a local service. It wouldn't focus on whole country, just on local regions. And the service is about delivering stuff to doorsteps of people, to their homes. And we are different than other competitors because our service doesn't use packaging. We would only refill existing packaging, for example, like chemical supplies used for cleaning, personal hygiene, maybe flour or other ingredients that are common in households. And by not using packaging and buying stuff in bulk, we would reduce the cost, like the price of the things we buy, and then we can sell them for, we can use the money we save to very free. In this way, we also reduce use of plastic and non-reusable materials, so it is environment friendly and eco-friendly. And let me see. Yeah, so what we would need is we would need storage for our supplies, and we wouldn't have many shops. It would be focused on online consumers. So we would need an application, and we would have to have a IT support team and digital marketing. And we would also use vans for supplies that would be like mobile shops. So for example, if you see the van anywhere, you can raise your hand and buy supplies right on the spot. And we would also have advertisements on the vans and like in city center, but mostly we would focus on online advertisements because they reach most people and they are interactive. As for competitors, I think Salom can talk about them because there is a potential competitor in Georgia, I think. Salom?
Yes,
Okay.
we have it in our capital city, but we don't have it in the regions. So because of that, we do this small business in regions. So so they have the experience than we do have, but I think the local market for us will be the region. So and it will be very comfortable for our society. Yeah. Yes.
Yes, and also we will try to use public support because ecology and environmentally friendly materials are a hot topic. So we would try to sell our idea on that because that's a big difference comparing to traditional suppliers. And that's pretty much.
And also in our organization, we have our own radio, and we will use it for the marketing and commercial and etc. Yeah.
Thank you. You are done, huh? You don't have anything to add. So you have done in 3 minutes and 45 seconds. So even faster than the time that it was given. Can you please stop sharing the screen?
Are there any questions?
From my perspective, you have captured every angle of this idea. So you have tried to give the answer from different perspectives. So that is very nice to see. And you have explored the potential for, especially for the marketing. And that is very constructive as well, because when you have that, you are able to rise your idea as well. Great. And the thing that I noticed here that you had put it only one slide, but as you see in the suggestion for the pitching, picturing your idea. Sometimes with only one slide, you can achieve much more than maybe hundreds or thousands of words. So that was very nice to see. Anyone from the group, any question? Okay. Do we have the next group ready?
Можно мы? Русскоговорящая команда?
Natasha, yes, please.
Да. Светлана, вы со мной?
Не только Светлана, мы все вместе с вами.
Ecological Paradise.
Да. Этим самым у нас будет территория, которую мы попросим у властей, чтобы они нам арендовали в течение, допустим, 50 лет, где мы хотим, чтобы там, на этой территории, являлись животные, как козы. Мы создадим такой маленький городок, где родители вместе с детьми смогут прийти, во-первых, объединиться, получить гармонию семьи, людей с природой, тем самым даже улучшить отношения между детьми и родителями, потому что они будут находиться на нашей территории в течение пару часов, где они смогут вместе с этими козами, например, кормить их, ухаживать за ними, научить детей правильно ухаживать за кем-то, заботиться. Тем самым, как бонус, мы хотим им дать территорию, где будет специально для их семьи обустроено. Мы дадим им дерево, которое получим от наших партнеров, магазина деревьев. Они смогут эти дерева посадить в специально обустроенное место, и на дереве будет имя их фамилии. То есть их семейное дерево будет в этом парке, который в дальнейшем будет лес, городской лес, или даже на стране этот лес будет. Так, мы очень хотим, чтобы люди научились правильно использовать природу в своих целях, тем самым заботиться о ней, и они сами, чтобы были пользой для этой природы. Финансы мы получим из грантов, которые, конечно, нам дадут разные компании, которые занимаются экологией. Опять же, мы как партнером возьмем тех же фермеров, которые захотят нам преподнести этих ягнят или коз. Вместе с ними мы хотим работать с экологическими службами, которые правильно научат и нас, и тех семей, которые придут, как заботиться и о природе, и о животных. Опять же, как партнеров мы возьмем те же магазины, которые могут нам дать эти деревья, эти плантации, которые семьи смогут посадить и иметь свое семейное древо там, в нашем лесу. Если я что-то забыла, команда, помогите. Да, вернуть эти деньги, которые мы вложим, там мы собираемся через год, тем самым через год наши партнеры смогут уже получить свой прибыль из нашего маленького бизнеса. Вот так вот.
Социальные рассылки, привлечение социальной рассылки, Наташа, еще. Привлечение всех жителей города потому что мы будем еще собирать деньги, чтобы привлечь внимание к этому проекту. Это будут еще дополнительные возможности для реализации данного проекта, и он будет более известный.
Да, и тем самым мы как рекламу, как маркетинг используем и воспитательный процесс весь, то есть мы будем проходить по школам и предлагать им, опять же, чтобы они вместе с нами отправили детей на ту территорию, чтобы они увидели, посмотрели, узнали, как это все работает, и потом, чтобы эти дети пришли со своими семьями туда.
Конкурентов нет. Нету конкурентов.
Конкурентов у нас нет.
Officially, the time is over, but not for Nulifar. So, Nulifar, your time is.
I'll try to be fast. So basically, their business idea is called Eco Paradise, and it's basically a landed territory that they will rent from the authorities for an amount of time of, for instance, 50 years. And they will have animals like little goats and cows and you name it. And they will give a chance to parents to come there with their kids to get in harmony with the nature, to improve their child-parent relationship, because they're going to feed those little animals. They're going to try to teach them, try to teach the kids how to take care of someone. And also they will offer this interesting service of buying a tree from their partner and planting it on the territory of that park. And the tree will have their last name on it. And in the future, after many families doing the same thing, the park is going to become a little forest. So the main goal of this project is to use nature for our benefits, but also be beneficial to nature by giving back, for instance, planting the trees. Speaking about finances, they're going to rely on grants from companies that would be interested in this idea. They would also ask some farmers, local farmers, to be partners with them and to volunteer to rent those little. They will also, they're also expecting to get return on their investments in a year, so that their partners get their profit already. And also they want to involve the local community to maybe collect a little bit of money and use that funding for the project. And for marketing purposes, they would also go to schools, to local schools together and ask and present it to the classes and offer the parents to let their children come to their territory and visit and have tours. As per competition, there is no competition. So they will be innovative first. So yeah.
And all of us are probably invited to visit your paradise there.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like a lot is for all the groups. You have something that is very interesting, and that is when you are creating a social or financial enterprises, or both social and financial enterprises, you having in mind that Aflaton curriculum provides that. So for one youth or group of youth, financial enterprises can be very important and interesting in order to gain a profit at the end. But again, you are doing the mix. All of your groups are doing the mix between social and financial enterprise, and so maybe that's why the success will be guaranteed. Okay, thank you very much, Natasha, Svetlana, Nilufar as well. And we have the last group. If you are ready, you can present your business idea.
Okay, I'll try.
Eka,
so our
please.
business idea is dry fruit production. So our area is rich with different kind of fruits and nuts and seeds. So we had the idea to create a business of dry fruit production. We did a lot, market research, and we find out that it's very demandable in our area because it's all seasonal, and especially in summer. Summer we have lots of tourists coming from Russia, and those periods the dry fruits are very demandable. So we will have different varieties of dry fruits and seeds. We will purchase all those raw materials locally. We will have a contract, negotiations with local farmers. So they will bring their products and they sell it to us. So we will have a special dry machines, equipment, and we will have we will have a specialist who will work, technologists who will work on those products. So to offer the customers ecologically clean and organic food without any sugar. So because it has its own sugar, so we will not use any chemicals. So it will be approved with special services. So we will sell it in a local market, and we have seaside small towns where lots of tourists are gathering. We will take our products to those places, and we will sell it to retailers or to wholesalers, and also we will sell them in supermarkets and small shops locally. And we have ambition to take our product abroad, especially in Russia, because Russia is our neighboring country. So we know that there is also big demand of dry fruits from Abkhazia. So we will have this in a future plan. What about the competitors? Of course, we have competitors, local producers, but there are not many, and also imported ones from Arabic countries. So why our products will be better in the sense of like a prices, qualities, and the packaging. We will have a nice packaging with the logos and visually it will be nice, so which will attract customers as well. And of course, quality. It will be very tasty. So what else? So our products we will have for all segments. Like our customers could be children and adults as well. So what else? Advertisements. So we will have like in a big supermarket, we will have kind of show places where we can offer our products with our big signs, with our logos. So all people who come to the supermarkets, hypermarkets, they can taste it. And we will have also advertisements with big billboards, like posters, and we will use online advertisement as well, internet and the local TV. So we will do promotion of our product. I think that's it. That's what we managed to do in short time.
Yeah. And for all of you, congratulations, because you have developed the business idea that usually people are doing in several months, you have done in 1 hour. And again, your youth and young people, when are finishing the AFLA youth curriculum, especially the part for entrepreneurship, every session that you are giving to them or working with them together is helping them to be a step closer to the ultimate idea, how to create and how to do something concrete in terms of entrepreneurship. And your idea was as well in that way. So you have done all the research in those several minutes that you have, all the research, you have looked the problem from the different way, you have researched the market, so where you can potentially sell your products as well, and you are planning to work on a lot of advertising and how to get more clients for you. Thank you for all of you for all those very interesting business ideas. I know for sure that if you had more time and you will do it in very detailed and maybe in like a given the details for every step that you will undertake in the future. But even so, even you didn't have a lot of time, you managed to do that, and thank you for that. And if we have an opportunity to have this in-person training, you will see that this activity is very like a half-a-day activity. So within the training, we can go step by step to do that. But nevertheless, thank you for your input and your feedback as well so far. And we are pretty much ready for done for today. So we don't have anything else in terms of activities. Maybe just some information to share for tomorrow. Maybe Saida want to share regarding the pictures that we are having tomorrow, photographies, and I don't know, any technical things. And Marta, if you have something to say. But before that, I forget again, regarding to the Maka's question for the coaching, and should coaching after the children, after the youth finish the first book, social or financial skills, and then they are going to the next step, either employability, either entrepreneurship. Then the support of the teacher is needed for sure, but it's not individual. So for the students that you are working with, it's not that the teacher or the trainers should go and work individually, because that is not the aim of the Aflatun curriculum. But within the class, even if you have some children that are working in for example, are divided in two groups. One is for entrepreneurship track, and the other is for the employability. Within the class, you will work together in the groups how to achieve that, but not individually, because this is not an individual program. So Eka, Maka, if you are with us, yeah. If
yes,
you,
yes, I'm
is that the question that you asked? Or
yes, and I explain why I asked this question. I'm a coach of employment shuttle. If you have, it's a Spanish program. It's very similar with the Aflatun youth program at the beginning, and in that program after group sessions also comes individual sessions, and I will wonder if Aflatun intends to do the same. But I see. And
so, Maka, tomorrow we will have a special part for the coaching. So the curriculum of Aflatun, it's not about the individual coaching, but you can use everything learned in the Aflatun if you have the correct concrete situation, if you want to coach someone in person. But the general, the Afla youth curriculum is for all the children that are part of the group that you are receiving this training. But again, tomorrow we will go in details regarding to the coaching session, and we will see all the elements of coaching there, and how you can deliver in the way that is suggested in the curriculum.
okay, thank you.
Thank you very much for the question. Yeah.
Yes, and I can just wanted to add that this portfolio takeaway that we are creating for every participant is some kind of tool of individual coaching tool. So we can try to ask all those questions and be careful that they need to take this portfolio and they need to create this portfolio book or a note sheet or something that they need to answer all these questions. So it can be a little bit coaching to individual. Yeah. Saida?
Mine is super quick, as we have not taken any pictures to commemorate this training as a group. So we'll do some of it tomorrow. So if you want to come at your best, I don't know, you want to make some makeup, some dress-ups. So that would be for tomorrow. That's it from my side. Go ahead.
Luan?
That is all for our side as well. So thank you for today, and see you tomorrow 10 minutes before 9.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a good
Bye-bye.
afternoon.
Bye-bye. Have a nice day.
Thank you.